What is going on, you guys? It's your boy, Big Tusk, back with the new year at the Mad Pear podcast. We missed you guys. We've been a little bit delayed. As you can see, it's been a while since we dropped an episode, but we're getting back in the swing of things. We got some new stuff coming, and you're going to notice some new faces. We got my boy, Nathan, a.k.a. Snack Pack, on the mic over here.
What
our new boy.
How y'all doing, y'all? Thank you for having me, Brad. I've been shitting it and getting it since '03, baby.
All right, so man, so how you feeling now that you're on the show? We talked about this a couple of times. How you feeling?
Nervous, nervous, but I think we got this.
Why are you nervous though?
I don't know, bro. I just don't sit in front of cameras like
that.
Yeah.
That when I first did, that's exactly how I felt. The camera thing throws you off every time.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't that bad. It's pretty fun.
Like
but we'll see.
Like five eyes watching me right now, but it's Gucci.
Dude, we got like -3 viewers that are gonna watch this. So
well, sorry about your luck. If that's the case, I might get fired in the night.
So, anyways, we're back. New year swung around. We're gonna see how it goes. Nothing against my ex co-host. It's all love to him. He's got some things going on in his life. We'll see if he comes back on the show at some point. But for now, we're gonna move on and see if we can come up with some pretty good content. So, all right, so Nathan, now that you're on the show, man, I'm gonna have to ask you some questions.
He's still eating the pudding.
Are you eating on set?
He's straight eating pudding.
It tastes good, dog. My name, little snack pack, baby.
You gotta throw that away, man.
Oh, man.
But anyways, so when you were in school, bro, how did you feel? What was your favorite show?
The Magic School Bus.
Wait a
Bill
sec-
Nye the
wait-
Science Guy, bro.
Wait a second.
Did you pull out another one?
Where did he pull that from?
Where'd you get that?
My pocket, bro. Don't worry about me.
All right, I'm gonna let it slide this time. All right, so no, but for real.
Mm-hmm.
When you're growing up, so between when you went to class and they would hit you with that the day you're watching a movie, mainly science class and math class, not math class, like arts and stuff like that. What movie did you get more excited for? Was it the Magic School Bus or Bill Nye?
It all depended on the day or the mood, but I know we'd all sing Bill Nye the Science Guy together just like the Magic School Bus. Bill, 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 Bill. What about you, Brad? What was your favorite?
Like favorite school show?
Yeah.
Oh man. I think my favorite school show was probably, I don't know, the Magic School Bus was pretty good. I feel like they're both educational. I was gonna say the other one's too educational, but they're both pretty entertaining in their own way.
Yeah, and then you had Brain Pop. But
Wasn't that no?
That was with the robot.
That
and the
wasn't
guy
educational
for science.
That was an educational video. Yeah. Well, they did math too, didn't they?
If I remember correctly, I don't know, but I think it was mainly science because we watched a lot of science experiments about a hypothesis.
A what?
Hypothesis.
It's a hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
No, it's not what you're saying. It's a hypothesis.
Must be that southern drawl coming out, but
Whatever.
hypothesis.
Hypothesis is a new age lean rapper.
Oh.
So, how's it going out there at the new job sites?
Shitty as hell, as always, but it's all right. My foreman was on vacation. Comes back Monday, and he can take the reins.
Yeah, didn't they have you kind of...
No,
Yeah, they
don't
did.
get it twisted. I am nowhere near a foreman.
I didn't say you were a foreman. Don't you get it twisted. I didn't say you were going to be a foreman.
I am nowhere near that.
Well,
Wait, so what do you do, Snack Pack?
it's a little snap pack.
I work in the construction field, running heavy equipment for site development, just like little Brad over there.
Big Tusk.
Big Tusk. My bad. I forgot I got it wrong. But
Here, if you need some reference.
There you go, right there. See? Big Tusk in the chat.
you. But no, I run heavy equipment. Anything you can think of besides like a milling machine or paving machine, that's really it. It's the only things I don't really know how to run.
The only thing he doesn't know how to run his mouth.
You right. By talking shit or just being factual, because I don't talk facts.
No, you don't talk facts. That's not in your vocabulary.
Nope. Never has, never will, probably.
No, trust me, I wasn't worried about it.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
so before we did this show, I talked to you a little bit. We're going to do a little game.
Oh, God.
All right.
Games.
So here's a little game we're going to do. You got yours set down, right? On your phone and everything?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a little game where we each got to say all 5 jokes but the other person can't laugh, or we lose.
Oh, this is straight. You laugh, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know dang well every time we talk.
All right. Well, how about this? Can you keep score in the back? If you laugh 3 times, you lose because there's only 5 jokes apiece. You see, you know what I mean? Like we're only gonna do like 5 jokes or so apiece, and whoever laughs 3 times is the loser. All right. So
you gonna start off first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So first.
You already laughed.
Well, no. When I say the joke. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The other day, my wife asked me to pass her the lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She hasn't talked to me since. So that was interesting.
It was. What's Forrest Gump's password?
Forrest Gump's password?
Mm-hmm.
Is it for like a specific thing?
No, just what's Forrest Gump's password?
What?
1, Forrest, 1.
All right, that was good. The doctor gave me 1 year to live, so I shot him with a gun. The judges gave me 15. Problem solved.
That's messed up. It's real fucked up. Want to hear a construction joke? Oh, never mind. I'm still working on that one.
I just came across my wife's Tinder profile, and I am so angry about her lies. Honestly, she is not fun to be around.
Can't talk. I have a Tinder too.
Did you not get the joke?
He didn't get it.
No.
You didn't get the joke? He said the joke was, you're going to make me explain it, so now it's fucked up. But I'm going to tell you anyways.
You explain it, you lost.
Yeah, so it says, I just came across my wife's Tinder profile, and I am so angry because she lies. And it says, she is not fun to be around.
Oh.
You still didn't get it.
Yeah,
No, I still got it.
You still know you never got it in the first place. You can't still have something if you never had it. Go on, your joke better be fucking hilarious too.
Oh, really? All right. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards? A receding hairline.
Is that what you have?
No, I don't think so.
You probably do. My parents raised me as an only child. Pissed my brother right off. You suck.
I know. What's 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and drives a woman wild?
I don't know.
$100 bill. What were you thinking?
Wait, is that it? I want to give it to
I
him.
laughed. It was noticeable. You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You need a parachute to go skydiving twice.
Today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single? And it activated the front camera.
What denim store did Michael Jackson shop at?
I don't know.
Billie Jean. You got any more?
I got probably one more, I think it was. What has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every day.
That's just like a clever one. I feel like you just have to like be smart to know that.
Never know.
I got one.
Let's hear it.
I am deathly afraid of calendars
Why?
because all my days are numbered. No? No?
Damn it, Brad.
My wife asked me if she seen the dog bowl. If I seen the dog bowl. Told her I never knew he did. Why'd you do the movement?
Because you've never seen a dog bowl, and I'm a dog. Rawr.
Don't ever do that
Bark.
again. Dude, you're going to get us views just from the cringiness.
Hey, I know I'm a little slow sometimes, but
All right, man. Back to the good stuff. What when you were growing up,
okay.
what was probably your favorite snack of all time?
Snack packs.
Snack packs?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Cheez-Its.
okay.
Actually, better yet, and I still do it to this day sometimes, bro. I eat animal crackers in a bowl, pour some milk on them jokers. Whew, bussin'.
Really?
Swear to God.
I've never done. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad,
Especially when
but-
they get where they get soft. It's like it melts in your mouth, bro.
All
Like
right.
it's water.
First of all, the movement seemed way too sexual for me.
Why you got to bring it that way? I wasn't talking that way.
Did you not just like see yourself on the TV when you were moving like
No, because I wasn't looking because it's gonna throw me off.
that? Don't do that again. First episode and you're already fired.
Well, shit. Good thing it was free.
Wasn't free. Dang that much.
I was talking about you picking me up on the side of the road.
What do you mean? Make everybody think you're some kind of bum.
Don't I look like it?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
Oh, okay. So what was your favorite snack? Back in
Favorite
the day?
snacks growing up? Gushers for sure was one of the first ones.
Oh, you like the little juiciness on the inside? Where
It was so
What?
deceiving, those commercials, because I wanted my head
Oh.
to turn into a banana.
What are you talking about?
You don't remember the Gushers commercial where the kids would eat the Gushers and their head would turn into the fruit?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's the same thing?
Yeah, that was Gushers, man. Y'all were babies when that came out because I was a kid.
No, I feel like I remember that because I think they would eat it and like one of the kids' heads turned to like an orange.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that.
I always wanted my head to be a banana
Why?
because it was big.
What?
Sorry,
Oh man,
take out the garbage.
what's that got to do with anything?
My mind was in the gutter.
Oh, I
Put
got
that
you.
on a shirt.
No, we're gonna make a shirt, little snack pack.
Hell yeah, let's do it. How many want to buy it?
Wait, what's your flavor though? Is it the chocolate one?
I'm not.
You don't discriminate.
I don't discriminate. I like them all.
All right.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry,
Butterscotch.
s'mores.
That's not even a flavor for
Yeah.
pudding. For pudding?
Yes, there is. I literally, when I picked those up today, there's one that said Hershey, chocolate, dark chocolate, s'mores.
You ain't gotta exaggerate everything.
I'm not exaggerating. I just talk with my hands.
Are you talking hands like a girl?
I guess you could say that, but I always use my hands.
Right.
Gay.
So, Brad, back in the day when you were in high school,
God.
what was your best subject you like enjoying to do? Or how would I kind of screwed that one up, but like, what was the best subject you enjoy going to for class?
For wait, what?
Like as in
Math, science.
math, science, reading, if you had PE.
So
art.
basically, which one was my favorite? Like, I actually didn't mind going and doing it. It was
Yeah.
like, kind of entertaining to me. I was in criminal justice in high school, so that one wasn't bad because they taught us like crime scenes and stuff like that. I mean, there was a lot of boring parts. You gotta learn like the vocabulary part, but that's every class. You know, they teach you new words. But the most interesting one was probably criminal justice because when you go in there, you know, you get to have like field trips. Like we went to Kaiser University,
Okay.
and you know, obviously in the colleges they go more in depth to what they teach you. Like they actually build fake crime scenes for people to see.
Really?
And like, so basically, the classroom looks like a apartment, and then they'll put like props around, and you got to kind of, after everything you learn, it's almost like an exam. You go in there, and the apartment is like set up with a mannequin that was killed, but you have to figure out how it died and figure out was it a murder, suicide, stuff like that. So when we went in there, it was pretty interesting. Like little details such as like the gun. So that's why I'm saying that's why I'm trying to say it's interesting is because when you go in there, that class itself always got to do fun stuff like that. So when you went in the room, you know they had us little papers and like, okay, we'll figure out what happened. And the mannequin was dead, but there was bullet casings on the ground. But the only gun that was in the room at the time was a revolver. And obviously, if you know anything about guns,
Yeah.
a revolver doesn't spit out casings.
No. keeps them in.
Exactly. So
Oh,
it was kind of cool, when they like kind of like there's like little
Do you
details like
know
that.
what kind of revolver it was?
a velvet.
It was a an orange fake one.
Oh, thought you were gonna say like 44 Magnum, like Chuck Norris.
No, and I like all jokes aside, I didn't know which one that was. They didn't really look for that. I mean, I'm sure in real life you'd have
it
to
was just a
know.
little fake one.
Yeah, it's like a little orange thing. You
a
hit
little
somebody in the
play
head with
toy?
it though, if you wanted
Oh.
to. You knock someone,
Oof.
knock them out. But no, I mean, I think criminal justice for me, and unless you're talking about like core classes, like stuff that everybody has to take.
What was your core class then too? Since
Like favorite?
Yeah, since you enjoyed criminal justice,
That's the elective.
for an elective.
My core class that I actually didn't mind, probably English. I feel like that was the easiest to learn, really, if you just really paid attention. I mean, social studies was pretty easy too, but I don't know. Me personally, I kind of feel like English was probably one of my favorite ones.
I got you.
I mean, what about you? What's your favorite elective, and then your favorite actual core class?
My elective there's like two of them I really actually enjoyed, and it was ag my freshman year and whatnot, because back in high school I was on that little short end of the stick side of let's just say I couldn't comprehend stuff real well, so reading was not my strong subject.
So you were regarded.
Is that a different word for something else?
Yeah.
I was not. I couldn't take a test and, how would you say it, have a time limit and think I was gonna pass.
I had the same thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know.
I had like a testing anxiety or whatever you want to call it. But
Well, it's not that. It's just you you take time. Like you take your time on the questions. Like you have to reread a lot of stuff, just like I do.
I can't just read.
You can't understand it
and-
just by the quick time. Like you can't read it one time and understand the question. You have to reread it a bunch of times.
Yep. But my main class was, I guess it was like social studies, because I was in football and my defensive coordinator and whatnot was my teacher twice, my sophomore year and my senior year.
Yeah.
So we'd sit in class, we'd learn social studies, and then on the days that it was kind of just, we've already went through everything, we've got done with taking tests, we throw up practice film, watch practice film and game film. Everybody else, would study and whatnot. We're studying football for Friday night.
So you didn't have to do class?
No, we did class. We'd read out of textbooks and everything, or we'd watch because senior year was economics, so he would put on like Shark Tank, and we would actually learn certain stuff from Shark Tank of how the supply and demand, all this other stuff and whatnot. But then there'd be times where if it was just laid back like kind of day, and everybody's finished their work, and it was like we got like 20 minutes left of class. Because, you'd have them long days and short days. Mm-hmm. We'd sit there just throw up football practice, and he'd get on me and a couple other guys saying, why are y'all hitting this hole and not this hole? This is the hole you're supposed to hit, not this hole. Like, come on, bro. Don't be throwing me out here in front of everybody like I'm doing something wrong.
So was he talking about the sport or a female?
The sport. No, not the female. We didn't have sex ed back then.
It's funny. You know how many schools that I went to, like moving around, and a lot of them, like, didn't have a sex ed class.
The only
I did go to one school that had it, but it was like almost like it was weird.
Mine was in middle school, but then when I was in high school, I took a medical class.
I took biomed. That's what I took.
See, ours was like starting out of medical where you learned all the vocabulary. That was your main thing. And then the second year you go in where there's still a little bit more vocabulary, but then you would sit there and you would go to like hands-on where you could learn like your CPR, and they would actually register you.
Yeah. That's what we did in biomed. It's probably the same thing as biomed I was in.
Yep. And then your senior year, actually, you could be a phlebotomist, a medical technician, and then there was something else I can't remember. I think mine was like where I did like a lot of paperwork on the stuff, because the way the two classes worked, because you had the two teachers, Miss Thompson, and
all right, don't say people's names.
Oh, well, my bad.
Good.
But mind you, the two teachers, they were all at the end of the day that you could take those, and I couldn't take them because I was in weightlifting for football course. So it was just one of them. I did one that was in the middle of the day, and you see, I don't do it now. I stick to my blue collar work.
Yeah, trust me. I wish I wasn't in blue collar working, but generation on generation, you just kind of keep following through. That's why I'm trying to get out of it.
Did you go to school for cooking?
I did for a minute. Went for a very small minute.
What?
Yeah, I went to Daytona
Oh my
State.
God, I can call you Chef Big Tusk.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like Chef Boyardee, but that wouldn't make any sense. But I guess Chef Big Tusk would work.
Yep. Chef Big Tusk.
So what would that make you?
I ain't no damn chef. I can just
Oh.
cook a little bit.
So you just know how to keep yourself alive.
Yep. I cook venison, steak.
Do you really have to cook venison any different than steak though? Realistically, like is it kind of same?
Depends. What do you want to cook?
Same,
What do you want
but
to cook?
different. I don't know. Like let's say
It's much leaner though, right?
yeah, it's a little different. I feel like it's much cleaner to eat, obviously, because it's not all injected with a bunch of fucking.
I don't go far into all that. I just know it tastes good, bro.
Well, you gotta imagine, bro. Like, so I kind of want to ask
dad-
you because you go hunting a lot, right? So I
When
kind of want to
get
ask
the
you that.
chance.
Well, that's what I mean. But you're involved in that a lot. I've only gotten to do it once, so I'm not really big
Yeah, but
into
you
it like
got a
that.
buck and I've only got those. So,
Oh, I got a buck in it though,
oh, see,
and he's mounted in my parents' garage.
What is
know.
that? You said a buck in the doe. What is that?
A boy and a girl deer,
you got your buck that's a boy and your doe is your
female.
female, and then you got a fawn that's the
That's
baby.
a baby.
So which one has the horns?
A buck. A buck 50.
Buck 50.
So how did you kill it, Brad?
With a rifle.
You shot it.
Yeah, I shot up in a tree stand. No, I sat in a tree stand and shot it.
One shot, one kill.
It was no actually. So I'll explain
Yeah,
that story a
well,
little bit.
Let's-
I feel really
truth
bad
comes
about
out.
it. So basically, I had never been hunting before in my life. My dad finally had to. He had a boss from before when I was younger, and we were still kind of cool. And then we started working with him again. So he offered us to go out to he has a big piece of property out in Georgia. And when I was really little, I went out there and caught one of my first bass and everything. So it was a place I'd been before, but I ain't been there in a long time. So it was like 2016. We got invited to go out there on his big piece of property. He had like over a couple thousand acres that his parents own and stuff. So he inherited it and everything. But he allows people to go out there and hunting. But it has to be people he knows. So we went out there, and I had never been hunting before. I don't even own a rifle at the time. I've never been hunting in my life. No, not bird hunting, nothing. Not really, not really my thing. So my dad, me, and my brothers, all of them went out there, and the first morning that we went out, I was with my dad, just kind of hanging out. Really didn't see too much. Only saw like one, and it was too small. You're not supposed to shoot the small deer. You're supposed to pick the big ones because the small ones are for breeding and stuff. The morning, nothing. I had never went hunting by myself, especially the nighttime session we went. What would be like evening more so than night. They kind of go out in the evening when like dawn. It starts to go up right when it's like breaking almost nighttime kind of deal.
Dawn.
No, I'm saying that's right around the right time,
Dawn,
right?
Yeah.
So that day we went out
Or
and
dusk, my bad.
yeah,
Dusk.
so you were wrong too. Anyways,
Shut up.
so we went out there and my dad was like, "Do you want to go by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, cool, that's fine." Fast forward, I'm sitting in the tree stand, no idea what I'm looking for, no idea what I'm doing, and from what I heard, people that hunt, consistently, someone such as little snack pack over here, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to shoot a deer even on their first few hunts or even see one. Obviously, this dude had, like setups right there where he had already planted, not planted stuff, but like he has it set up to where it's a feeding area without like natural feeding area. So
Food plot.
yeah, he has like a little lot that's like good for deer to eat off of. The ground is like he's
Got
taking care.
corn.
Yeah, well, no, there wasn't even corn. It just had like it looked like a miniature like little field, like a farm like chunk, but it was really low grass and there's no corn stuff. But literally, it was obviously built for that, like a feeding spot. But anyways.
Beans.
Yeah, it's something like that. It was something. It wasn't nothing crazy, but you could just tell someone took care of it for that. So the stand was set up for that. Never been hunting and everything. So I look. I'm by myself, and I see this female deer and two other deer. All I remember my dad telling me was, make sure you just shoot. If you see a group of deer, make sure it's big enough and it's not a baby. And if there's a group of deer, make sure you shoot the biggest one because you want to shoot the adults. You don't want to shoot the babies. So now I understand that. And so I picked the one that I felt was the biggest. And I tried, and I shot it. I got it. It dropped it. This was the female one. And that one did die instantly. It dropped. And then a couple more deer came through. Shot at like one of them. Didn't hit it and it missed. So I only had like one bullet left. And it starts getting dark out. And I hear noise behind me. Remember, we're in the Georgia in the middle of like the woods, like deep Georgia. So there's like bears, bobcats, all kinds of stuff out there.
So let me stop you right there. Did you feel scared at all by yourself?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So
The only thing I was nervous because I know bears and stuff know how to climb trees. And we were also in a part of Georgia where like panthers and stuff are pretty heavily in the area.
So what would you do if the bear came after you?
Well, the gun's a blunt object.
Okay.
Oh,
What if you run out?
I was in the tree stand. Oh, I would lose. The bear's gonna catch you.
You know what I've been told? And this is what my grandfather told me. Once you run out, you throw the gun at the bear and you better hope to live.
But yeah, I wasn't in a stand though. I was in a tree stand. Like I was up in the
you're
air.
in an actual
I was
tree
in the
stand.
air. Yeah, I
Okay.
was up in the sky. Well, not in the sky, but up on the tree. Yeah, I was up in a helicopter shooting down.
I've actually seen that happen.
It sounds illegal. But
No, you
so,
can't do
anyways,
that.
the buck. There was two females, and then a buck came walking up next to me, and I turned and shot it. But I shot it behind the shoulder, and it didn't die right away. But I felt really bad about it because I was younger then. I felt really bad about it. But my dad was jealous though because he from the way I hear other people explain it, is shooting a deer. Especially two of them that size. It's pretty. You got to be pretty lucky at the right place at the right time. But that was the first time I ever went hunting. It was an experience, but I won't go hunting again. I felt really bad about it after I killed them, but we ate them, so I didn't feel that bad. After I killed the girl deer, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I really wish I wouldn't have shot that one,
You
but
got Bambi.
no, it wasn't Bambi.
You sure?
Positive.
Because Bambi's a female in the movie.
Yeah, but Bambi
Or
was
no,
also a baby.
No, Bambi was actually a male. My bad.
Either way, it was a baby in the movie. I didn't shoot a baby.
But he gets older and he dies. Never really caught wind of that?
Really?
Yeah, you didn't watch the ending?
I've never even seen the movie.
What?
I've never watched that movie.
I got two sisters. I've watched just about every.
Really?
Disney.
So
If I
So how do you
remember
figure? Okay,
correctly,
so explain to me what you saw that gave you the idea that he dies at the end. I mean, I've never seen the movie, so it's not gonna make sense to me either
there
way.
was blood on the ground. He was,
I
think,
know the
correct?
mom dies.
No, my bad. I don't think he got shot. I think it was old age.
I know. Like I said, I know the mom gets shot. They obviously that's like everywhere. That's like insinuated heavily that baby's mom gets gunned down by a hunter.
Well, yeah, but I think at the end of the movie, if I remember, I'd have to go back and watch, and I could actually tell you. But I want to say he died due to old age, but he could have got shot.
Bambi did get shot at the end of Bambi, but he lived.
Did he
shot,
live?
Yeah, he got shot by man, and then survives though, but he gets shot at the end.
Oh,
But lives.
thought he died. It looked like when he was laying on the ground, he died. That's what I assumed as a kid.
No. Terrible movie though.
Terrible movie.
Those
Definitely.
old Disney movies were awful. All of them. Snow White, Cinderella, Bambi.
Well, what makes you think they're so awful though?
They're just trash. And
Oh, so you're saying awful as in they're just like boring movies?
yeah. Like
I agree.
as a young black kid, we didn't do. Why we gonna watch that shit? Snow White, was she living with a bunch of midgets? We don't care.
Well, I was one of them. I was the grumpy one.
Okay. But
What about
it was
you,
like-
Brad?
I don't think you were the drunk one.
I'm not drunk all the time. Just every day that ends in Y. And except for when I don't have when I have my kid, then I'm not. So I'm good there.
You said every day that ends in Y.
But when I have my kid, there's no drinking involved. There's a difference. She comes first before anything
Well,
else.
do
in this world.
remember this is going on the internet, so don't
That's-
incriminate yourself.
I'm not, because when I sit there and have her, I don't do nothing. I'm a child of God.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
So back to what we were talking about though. Like, I mean, I never seen Bambi. I don't remember that happening.
So what Disney movies have you seen
Like
back in the day?
Back in the day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really didn't watch Disney movies like that. I'm trying to think. I'm sure I did, just not to that degree. A lot of the movies I watched were like spread around of like mostly like
Nickelodeon.
Universal stuff like that. Like I watched a lot of
Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network and stuff.
No. Those are like when you're talking about shows, like that's when I would get into that. But like for instance, when I was younger, like he was saying, he's seen them a lot. I'm sure, obviously you said you had two sisters, so you watched like Bambi stuff like that. I never really watched them, but like movies I watched growing up like were like Zathura, stuff like that. You remember that movie, right? When the two kids they like get the board game. It's basically like another Jumanji,
Oh,
but they go in
Jumanji
outer
in space.
Yeah, they go in outer space. Didn't they say there was a theory that those movies were connected?
Yep.
They said that it's basically the same universe.
well, there's a lot of movies nowadays that are connected, even back in the
Oh, they got
day.
a lot of like theories and
It's
stuff
just-
about that.
Well, it's just like you should know that
Something to think about.
or something to think about, really. But if you look at it, the Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch, when he was floating in the wind and everything,
As a baby.
as a baby, yes, as the baby, that big gust of wind, it pushed him to Whoville. He didn't look like none of them. But I've been hearing a theory about how he should have actually went to Horton Hears a Who for that Whoville, because there is a character that looks almost identical to him when he was a baby.
I mean, so well, I think I know what one you're talking about.
I've seen it on
Are you
TikTok
are
a
you
couple
saying
times.
okay? So I think I did see that theory. So I think what they were trying to say was like if you look at the way the Grinch is like, he looks nothing like a Who. The Who's almost look like somewhat almost like humans.
Yes.
But
yes.
if you look at the Grinch, he's almost like hairy. It's like an animal,
Yeah.
like a Sasquatch. But then if you look at Horton Hears a Who movie, they all look like animals, like the Grinch.
Yes.
So you're saying that gust of wind, you feel like when it blew, like the theory you're going off of when it
you
blew
gotta
him,
think
he pushed to.
They are in the same universe.
Well, yeah, of course, Dr. Seuss. They're all in
Yeah.
the same universe. It's all Dr. Seuss books. I mean, look, Cat in the Hat had a show with the Grinch.
Well, I know.
So,
But I still don't understand, a snowflake and a little pebble on a flower. But
well, if you think about it, they at least did have the same like storyline.
yeah. But I also
So I got a
gotta
question.
think
I got a
about
question for
what?
you for Dr. Seuss. This just hit me. Do you think Dr. Seuss was like trying to make it to where each world had its own kind of thing? Just like for instance, you got the Grinch on a snowflake, and then you had the Horton Hears a Who thing was like they're on like a little a flake, right,
Yeah.
on the little plant. Do you think that was lazy writing? He just I'm just gonna use this idea for this, and just he
No.
kept duplicating it, or do you think he really had a reason for doing that?
I think he had a reason because it kind of makes sense, I guess you could say, for a different aspect. Because if you really look at it, I ain't gonna try to go into full detail about something, but it's the fact of the matter is, like, you look at us, we all are different. It's just like there's 52 states in the world. Everybody lives a different life. Their life, or there's different planets in the world. There could be actually living creatures out on another planet that we don't know about, or a different galaxy.
Okay, so all right, so do you like this is really off topic from what we're talking about? Do you believe in aliens?
To a certain extent.
Okay, so explain to me what your certain extent is.
Random crap in the sky that flickers. Sometimes I don't believe it's a star. Now, I ain't gonna lie, though, them little red lights, I know it's an airplane, but sometimes I feel like it's a UFO coming after us.
I don't feel like that, but I mean, I do feel like there's more out there.
I believe there's more out there.
So you
And
believe
not
there's
just
more?
us.
So yeah, so you think there's more living like?
But not in this galaxy, no.
No, you don't think so? That's a big galaxy.
I don't know. I don't really get into the planets and everything. I never really got into
Well,
it.
no, I'm just in
science.
your head. You obviously know that outside of Earth, it's unlimited.
Yeah, it's unlimited.
So do you feel like people that think that like aliens and stuff don't exist? It's kind of like
wouldn't
I
say
feel
they
like
don't,
no.
but
I'm not saying they're dumb or anything like that. But my thing is, it's like I kind of feel like to a degree, you got to understand we can't be the only living planet that exists.
I wouldn't say, yeah, I don't say that we are the only one, but I believe out there somewhere in the galaxy or another galaxy, there is.
What if I told you that we are the aliens?
Something to think about, right?
That is something to think about.
Think
I mean,
about it.
so
Think
what do you
about
mean? Yeah. I mean, I like that. I like that. So what do you mean by like
All
touch
right.
on that a little
I'll
bit?
break it down for you guys a little bit here.
Yeah,
right?
break it down. Go ahead and start breakdancing.
If there was a civilization that was so advanced that they could travel interstellarly, right,
Okay.
and they would come to a planet that needed to be occupied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Humans, let's say us humans, we are the only species on this planet that cannot live naturally.
What do you mean?
We can't live in extreme heat. We can't live in the extreme cold. You know what I'm saying? Our skin is not meant, we don't have fur. You know what I'm saying? We're the only species here on this planet that can't naturally live here on our own.
Oh, okay.
We're
So
formed.
let me make
thinking-
sure I'm understanding. So you're saying such as like, for example, a polar bear can live in harsh, cold conditions because they're built for it.
Yes,
Humans have nowhere on the planet that they can live in these harsh conditions.
exactly.
Their bodies are not designed for that.
Yes.
I can see that.
Also, I believe that the aliens, if brought humans here to begin a new civilization, like look at what we're doing now. We're trying to do the same exact thing. So how do we not know that this didn't happen hundreds of thousands or billions of years ago already?
Okay, so you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying that we are the aliens, but we don't know that. The aliens that we think and speak of are ancestors from back in like millions of years ago that came here, started a new colonization, and we just lost our way, and now we're rebuilding to be where we were at.
I just think that we're just doing what we're supposed to do, and they've been here all along, monitoring, and not interfering, but interjecting when they need to. But I think that we are not of this planet. I don't think humans are of this planet.
You don't think so?
I do not.
That is kind of a good theory. I mean, if you like think about all the things, it is kind of like he said, it's like naturally we aren't built to. I mean, I don't know though, because you got to think, if that was the case, how come there's so many different races of people? Again, evolution's a thing, so I'm sure over time that probably has a lot to do with it, like just changing based on the part of the world you're from. But you get like, obviously, I'm white. I'm not. There's no mistaken about it. But then you get someone that's Spanish, or you get a black person. Where obviously there's a lot of things about a white person between all these other races that it's physically, like visually different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean there could be different species of alien.
I mean, so that's what. So basically,
yeah, you got your purple alien, your green alien, your blue alien.
Yeah, and a lot of that is environmental too. So like black people are darker because in Africa their skin.
Well, yeah, I get that. That makes sense. I mean, I understand that.
So,
well, I got a theory for you. It like counters your theory. How you like this? You ready?
Ooh.
Imagine that aliens did come here and we are of this planet, but they put different, like simulations of conditions to see how well we work in those conditions. Like as in like you're just saying how animals are built for snow and stuff, like polar bears. They went on this planet and built different simulation areas. So like some spots are way hotter than others, some are colder than others, just to test us to see what we can withstand.
That's logical as well, I think.
Very logical.
You know what I mean? So basically, like, okay, let's see how they do well. Let's see how well they do in the cold. So they did the Arctic.
Or check this out. Like I mentioned earlier, if there's an advanced civilization to where they're so advanced to where they can travel interstellarly, right? Mm-hmm. They see our planet and they're like, these guys are stupid. We don't even want to interact with them.
I've thought about that before. I ain't gonna lie.
Think about, because you got to be really, really advanced to be able to travel something faster than the speed of light. Going so far. Why would you even want to mess with these primitive creatures who kill each other?
Yeah, not to mention we can barely make it off the planet to like the moon, and that's still a theory.
Why why would they mess with us when we have Sexy Red?
Or Doja Cat.
Yeah. Doja Cat's kind of fine though.
Or Shania Twain or Reba McEntire.
If you like 7-year-old women, but
yeah, aren't they like old?
Hey, Reba don't matter. Dolly Parton still good looking.
Jesus,
I'll tell you that right now.
I could hear the country slang in your voice, and I bet you love those TV shows.
They're not TV shows. They're musicians, dog.
I know who they are, but they have TV shows. At least one of them does.
Yeah, Reba does.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I know they're singers. On the
cracker, dude. Gas money.
I know they're singers. I was just saying. I bet you watched those shows growing up.
No,
I got a question.
A lot of their music.
I don't listen to
Jolene.
It's a good song. I mean, I don't listen to it, but I know it's legendary.
Oh yeah, man, I feel like a woman.
I mean, there's a picture of Dolly Parton from '82. Oh my God. I'll find it. Hold on.
Hold on, let me look on my history. Let me check out my history real quick. No, but why he's doing that as a kid, because we were talking about when we're kids, we were in shows. As a kid, and when I say adult show, I mean like an actual, not like a movie, but like a more mature show, which I guess today would be considered like a drama or something like that. As a kid, what was your adult show that you actually found entertainment in?
Back in the day, for
like if it came on, you actually didn't mind watching it. That wasn't a kid show.
We had Ned's Declassified.
No. Oh. That's still like a kid. That's a Nickelodeon show.
Okay,
that's like a teen drama. I mean, like an adult, let me think of a good one. Like Crime Stopper or something like that, but like an actual like drama show. Nothing that's like real.
Cops.
That's real.
Still Cops.
Well, yeah, but that's like a real thing. I meant like a show.
I used to watch a lot of Criminal Minds.
There you go, like that. That's
or
what I mean.
Law and Order.
Yeah, like TV show that say. But what show? What's all go to cool? So, what show did you watch? So that was it. Just those two.
It was that, but
there wasn't one that you personally liked that you came across like, wow, I actually enjoy this, and you kept watching it.
No, because I didn't really watch that much TV back in the day.
When I was a kid, I was outside a lot.
I was outside, or I was playing video games when I had friends come over, because my mom would allow me to have 12 buddies come over and we'd all go outside.
God damn.
Yeah, we'd have like full on
12 buddies.
Yeah, 6-on-6
That's
football.
that's not a couple friends hanging out, bro. That's a party.
Yeah.
It was on the weekends. After playing football on the weekends, we'd have like, I'd have me.
Did you
and,
guys
like,
have little sleepovers too?
Yeah, why not? Shoot.
Had your mom bake you cookies?
She actually would do chicken wings or chicken nuggets, or buy a box of pizza and make
Fire.
some popcorn.
Was your mom the hot mom?
She was the team mom, so yeah, I don't know. She had a big butt. That's what everybody said.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there.
That's why a team was all over your house.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm
yes.
gonna stop you right there. Did you just say your mom had a big butt?
Hey, I have a buddy of mine that
That's a
always
little
says,
weird.
I don't look at it, but I get it all the time, so it's something that goes in my ear. I don't really pay attention to it though.
Well, you guys want to see this picture of Dolly Parton? From,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is from 1982. So
Let's
she was already 40. So hang
Damn.
on.
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Straight snack right there, my boy.
Bruh. She was
like,
already
bruh.
40.
Okay.
I'm saying she was smoking hot already.
Or still?
So yeah. So beautiful.
Blind, crippled, or crazy.
No kids though.
She never had kids at all?
Nope.
Is there a reason for that, or like, do they say online like anything like that? Or she just never was in the position to do that.
I don't think she disclosed why. I mean, maybe she
Well.
can't, but
That's
yeah.
surprising. I never knew that. Most like famous people nowadays
She
like
didn't have kids, huh? What's up, dog? Just thinking in my head about something.
I bet you are. You'll never get that close to her.
You just never know.
What does she look like now?
She's 82.
Still,
She's like super old.
I mean,
she ain't that old, bro.
She's ancient.
She was just at the launch of the football when they started football.
I
season.
don't watch football like that.
Oh, you watch MMA? My bad.
Whenever they decide to put some fights on, I will. I like to watch that wrestling.
The wrestling. I don't know. I remember the last time we went to go sit there and watch a UFC fight with Conor McGregor. It was about
Yeah, you broke his leg, dude.
yeah. You got a little pissed off because it was like 3 minutes in.
So this was her.
No, that was the second round.
This was Dolly Parton earlier this year.
Oof, yummy.
77. That's how old she is. So she still looks good.
Yeah.
She definitely takes care of herself.
Martha Stewart be doing thirst traps too. Have you seen what she be doing?
Martha Stewart.
You said thirst traps. Martha Stewart, really?
Yeah, you didn't see the Martha Stewart thirst traps. Hold on, y'all talk amongst yourselves.
I was like, hold up, wait a minute, let me find it. Oh, you said you're gonna find it? I didn't know if you had it in like your back pocket or anything like that.
Oh, man, that'd be.
I got it bookmarked.
Hey, hold on one second. Let me flip through the pages of this old nudie magazine.
Oh gosh, what are we on? Billy Madison now with the imaginary
Nudie
penguin?
Magazine Day.
What was it we were talking about at work today? Of some famous quotes from all the Adam Sandler movies.
Oh yeah. We were
And
like just
Joe
talking about the
Dirt.
stuff that they say.
Oh,
Dude, Joe
gosh.
Dirt's legendary, bro. I love like watching Joe Dirt.
Yeah. How's it going?
The old man. Like, I see homeboys naked or something like that. He's like, I see homeboys naked, man. That's cool, man. It's on you. Are you talking about like how the dude actually
Yeah,
talked?
how
I gotta think how he said it because he said it really. I know how to do. No, yeah, that dude on the
Waterboy?
Water Boy was funnier. Yeah, I remember that one time when my boobs hanging
There
there.
you go. There you go. Look at that. Look, she's 82.
Why didn't she go to jail for something?
She did.
For what? Wasn't it tax evasion?
Insider trading.
Oh, I know that. It basically went like, if I'm not mistaken, that's when you do like a crypto, like for instance, like a crypto. Get a bunch of people to buy it, and then you just pull out real quick. So you make a bunch of money.
Not on that front. It's more like since she was like her broker, right? Person who does her stocks for her had information. He knew something was going to change, like some stock was going to change, and told her the information. And so then she made some adjustments, and then once that change happened, she capitalized it and made a bunch of money off of it.
So how does that? Okay, so
Which is stupid. It's fine. Who
I'm about
cares?
to say, my thing is like, why do you get in trouble for being educated?
Because not everybody has access to that information. That's why it's insider trading. So like let's say your friend is the CEO of X business and he's going to sell his business, which is going to change the stock price. So
Okay, that makes sense.
So is it almost like the Wolf of Wall Street? That kind of.
No, Wolf of Wall Street. That was highway robbery, is what he was doing.
Okay.
yeah,
So
penny stocks.
He was taking penny stocks and selling them for like stupid amounts, and nobody was making any money except for him because it's 50% of gain. That's why when he was selling when he was on Wall Street and he was like before you get the whole thing shut down in the beginning of the movie, he was making only 1% of that because you were selling to people that had money, like lawyers and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
That's why he only made 1%. But when he went to penny stocks, he was selling them the same to rich people, but he was making 50%. But the way it was screwing people over with their money. It was basically like money laundering, no?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, he's...
Gotcha.
I mean, Jordan Belfort's been out for years.
Yeah, he was only in there
talks
for 10
about it.
years.
Yeah, he talks about it all the time.
He's got like a podcast stuff he talks about. He's always on
I
interviews
think
and
he
stuff
had a
like that.
book too that he made.
Yeah,
I think
Wolf
he
of Wall
did. I think
Street.
that's how they made the movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
the book's called The Wolf of Wall Street. So
Oh,
I know that they said that the
I'll
only
read.
person that they kept original in the movie was him. Like everybody else kind of like was like off a little bit. They didn't want to give out anybody's information, so because they get in trouble for that. So the only person they gave their full story on was him, his name, all that. That's because he greenlighted it. So I ain't gonna lie though. What's his name?
Jonah Hill,
No, I mean he's a good actor too. But
Leo
what's his name?
DiCaprio.
Leo.
DiCaprio.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
I can't say it.
Leonardo DiCaprio. There you go. He did a good job in that movie. I think he's probably one of my favorite actors.
Same here. He's a pro. Every
I'm
movie he's
so
in is good.
surprised he hasn't like. Is he still like without any kind of Grammy?
He won an Academy Award, so the Oscar is the award. He won for The Revenant, where he fight that bear.
Yeah, but did he win anything or
No, I'm saying that's the only one that he's won. He's been nominated plenty of times, but the
That's what
one
I'm
for The
saying. I don't
Revenant
understand, man.
is
He's
the only one
said
he won.
like What's Eating Gilbert Grape did a great job in that with Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
All those movies, The Titanic,
Shutter Island was actually really good too.
Shutter Island was a really good movie. I'm
So-
surprised. Actually, I believe for the longest time I didn't know that at the end of the movie, he knew that he wasn't a detective. He did that so they'd kill him.
Yeah.
He did that so they'd kill him so he'd stop living that life when he realized what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the topic of your favorite actor. Is that your actual number one favorite actor?
I said he's one of my favorite actors.
Okay, so who's your number one?
That's tough because you got the old people that they don't really act anymore, but they're still legendary. Because I ain't gonna lie, for me, Johnny Depp's like up there.
So like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, that was like a legendary and
Okay.
he's like a man of many faces in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I also like Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Great actor. I know everybody says that they don't like him, but I like The Rock personally. I do like The Rock as an actor.
Not bad.
Well, a lot of people get mad because they're like, oh, he's The Rock in every role. But to me, I grew up watching him when he played on The Rundown and Walking Tall and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I know he can act. And when you find your niche, bro, you find your niche. If your personal life is the character and you're making money off of it, I'd do the same thing.
Exactly, right? If I
He
got paid to be
knows
me, hell
he
yeah.
knows what sells for him. He knows his personality is what his character is.
Yeah.
Why would you not? I
wish
mean,
I
that's
was
what he is. That it's not even that. It's just like he knows that when he was trying to get into acting, he had to take his wrestling skills when it came to being on the mic and put them into the acting skills. So he's trying to, every time he played a role, he tried to be a little different. But then he realized, now The Rock is such a big name, just play The Rock all the time, be yourself, and he gets mad roles for it now. Think about it. When's the last time you saw him in a super serious movie? It's either a comedy or action. Because he
Yeah.
knows
It's either been
his talking.
the last couple been Fast and the Furious.
Well,
or-
exactly. Well, he's not even in Fast and Furious now. He's coming back, but so you got like his talking. He knows how to talk. He's good with that because he learned it from being in WWE. But then he's also got the action figure, the action like person look, and he has the person like the persona for it.
Gotcha.
So why not?
Yeah.
You hate on him because he plays roles that he's good at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think people misunderstand that. He's only going to play what he knows he can do.
And I think people just love to hate on positive people
They do.
because they're so
They do.
positive.
They do.
Like The Rock, he has no scandals.
Nothing.
Nothing. People just find a
Super
reason
nice
to
to
hate.
everybody from what I've heard. Like people that meet him and stuff.
Yeah.
He's always been respectful.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Dun, dun.
It's a good. I don't know. All right. Now that you sung that, I maybe just want to ask you this, and I want Phil in the back to answer this too. It doesn't matter what era it was. Try to make it to where we understand it because I know you're like old. But anyways, and wrestling, who was the best person like theme song, the best wrestler's theme song? Like you, not that it made you excited or not like that, but who you think had the most interesting like walkout and theme?
Stone Cold Stunner, baby. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve
The
Austin.
Texas Rattlesnake.
Oh my God, JR, the Texas Rattlesnake. Oh my God. What about you?
Well, if it's not Stone Cold, because that glass shatter is pretty iconic.
It's iconic.
That gives me
Right.
goosebumps
so
every time.
mine would be the Undertaker's gong. Like that's like
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know who no one talks about that I feel like has an actual pretty good intro?
Who?
That it's like pretty iconic? Booker T.
oh yeah. Wait, pre WCW Booker or WWE Booker? Because he added the "Can you dig it, sucker"?
That part.
Okay, all right.
That
Can
one.
you dig it, sucker?
Yeah.
And then the beat itself was cool too.
You know, okay, it's a little fun fact. You know the background vocal? There was like yes, yes, no, in the background of the song.
Sound like Jason.
Of Booker
right there.
T.
A Booker T song. Yeah.
I would have to listen. I'm sure. I didn't notice it, but I'm sure if you now that you pointed out and I listened to it, I would probably be like,
Yeah,
okay.
I can't play it right now, but
Well, of course, yeah, I know. I get you.
So yeah, but it actually doesn't say yes, yes, no, no. It says ice, ice, cold, cold.
Oh,
I would have to listen to it, but I probably have heard it. I like now that you're saying, I'd have to look for it.
Yeah.
you know what another one was? Randy Orton's.
Which
Well,
one?
his has changed.
Is it?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know. I just remember when he first.
Well, yeah, when he first came out, it was a song and it was pretty iconic. And then now, it's weird. It's almost like a Mandela effect because when I listened to him, I swore the song he has now has always been the song he had until I like saw an old clip of him, like when he was first coming out and stuff.
Well, I remember,
and I remembered it. I was like when he was like hanging out with Batista and all them, like doing the what's that called, the
Evolution.
the Evolution. So when he was coming out with that theme music, and then I heard it, I was like, he did have that. I completely forgot about that. I don't know when he changed it, but I only remembered the new song because he's had the new song for years now.
Which one? How's the new song go? Because I remember
I don't
it
remember
being
Voices.
I hear voices.
Yeah, that.
in
But
my
before
head.
that, it was something else. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, it was called Burning My Light.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was trash.
Why don't you sing it for us, Phil? I don't remember it.
Hey, nothing you can
Oh,
yeah.
say.
See?
Nothing's
Yep.
gonna change what you've done
See,
to me.
Now that I'm being first. Now that he said it, that's what
I
I'm
remember
saying.
that one.
Exactly.
I do
So when he
remember that
first
one.
came out, I heard that. I was like, oh, okay. And then I completely forgot about it. And then I heard the voices thing. And then I heard it recently. I saw a clip. I was like, did he have a different song? And then I heard like that. I remember that song. Growing up, I remember watching that and hearing it. Now it's okay. It clicked. I was like, damn, that was him.
Yeah, I mean the Attitude Era songs are the guy who made them. His name is Jim Johnston, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a legend. Like the songs that he did back in the day. I mean, hell, even Shawn Michaels was like one of the ones that you're like,
Yeah.
the beginning.
I know you key.
Yeah, Shawn
I know
Michaels
I'm
was good.
sexy.
Razor Ramon. I mean, even if you
Jeff
go
Hardy.
to, even if you go to WCW, the NWO song was super iconic, and like the story behind that, they just had that as like a track. They just had it. Like no one even made that for them. They just had it, and they're like, well, let's pick this one.
I don't remember that song.
NWO. You don't remember the NWO song?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I don't remember
my
the song, but I
God.
remember who they were.
Yeah, NWO song. I can't.
Yeah, the New World Order. I'm pretty sure that was Steve Nash, Hulk Hogan, and
Kevin Nash,
Scott
Hall.
That's who it was.
Yep.
I said Steve Nash. I'm pretty sure it's like a country singer, right?
Basketball player.
Oh,
for the
basketball
Phoenix
player,
Suns.
basketball player. I think Nashville country singer, guaranteed, automatically. Nashville, Tennessee country singer.
Okay. okay.
Okay.
You know, Snack Pack looks like a country singer from Nashville.
Dude, hey, hold on.
Luke
Does he
Combs.
not look like Luke Combs?
Oh shit. He
What-
does.
Did you know who looked like Luke Combs? Colin, bro.
Dude,
I used to
that-
mess with him all the time about that.
That man straight up when he would wear.
Shout
Real
out to my
Legend or
boy
Columbia.
Colin, bro. I gotta get him on this show. That'd be fun for all of us to be on the show, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get like
Whose
me.
beard is longer?
I think his.
Mine. My beard's longer.
Mine's like
I don't-
mine's like Skull Island Kong. His is like Godzilla versus Kong or Godzilla versus Kong long.
Does it take you a long time to grow your beard out there, Snack Pack?
Nah, Bubba. I trim it. Say if I went and trimmed it tomorrow, it'd be back.
If you shaved it off right now, baby
Oh,
face, how
baby
long would it
face?
take for not to grow to that, but how long would it take to start like showing?
couple days,
So how long would it take to get back to that though?
couple weeks, give or
Damn.
take. You know the best way to grow your beard out, right?
To shave it, right?
No.
Oh.
I figured out my best way.
All right,
When I get when I'm just sitting there, I just start twirling and twirling.
that's
and
not what
twirling.
you were gonna say.
Yes, it was actually. That's what I do when I'm bored, even at work. I'll twirl and twirl and twirl, and next thing you know, this one little patch of hair or this little patch of hair, long.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I ain't gonna lie.
What did you think I was gonna say? Say it with your chest.
Because you're like, I found out the best way to grow your facial. I thought you were gonna say something, like doing a sexual act on a female.
Oh no, well, that's what.
See, I did
This
you were
one
going
right
that
here,
route.
this little hair right here, that's my flavor saver, baby.
No, that's for cheeseburgers for you.
No, not cheeseburgers.
Snack packs.
You damn right. when I want to save some for later.
Saying something for Larry. This man got Lay's on the mind.
Yeah, what kind of Lay's? What's your favorite kind of Lay's, Bubba?
Ooh, Lay's.
Salt and vinegar right here, Bubba.
Oh yes, I was
Salt and
just
vinegar
thinking
is
that.
good. Salt and vinegar
Or,
is
hang
really
on.
good. Sea salt is pretty good.
I did try, what was it, when I was working at a job site. they had a
Back before they fired me.
no, I've actually been to this company how many times?
You're like 8.
I've left 4 times and been back 3. But no, I was at this one job site. It was over near Disney. I don't know. Have you ever heard of a store called a Rebel?
Mm-mm.
It's like an off-brand 7-Eleven. Like literally, I kid you not. But they actually have like better food. I hate to say it, than 7-Eleven. They have like a pizza and everything and whatnot. That's actually
So
your own portion.
is it like better than Wawa or like
I've never had
not better
Wawa's
than
pizza.
Wawa.
Cumberland Farms?
No, it's not better than Wawa, bro. Wawa got this little club sandwich dog,
Dude,
buffalo
I don't know
chicken.
about y'all, but I hate Wawa sandwiches.
The subs?
They always come out like soggy.
What? You're not getting the right sandwich, bro.
What do you get?
Well, it depends. You talking breakfast or lunch? Because I can tell you anything when it comes to eating, dog. I am a big boy.
Oh, you know that.
Like, just like I go to Waffle House.
That's for damn sure.
Listen, when I go to Waffle House, I can tell you my order without even needing the menu.
Oh yeah, let me get the.
What do you
All-Star
what do you
special,
get? I
man.
don't know, maybe like waffles.
I get the all-star breakfast with chocolate chip waffles, over medium eggs, with my hash brown smothered covered in pepper, and I get bacon with an extra side of bacon. My boy be packing on the table right there, old son. And you know what? It's only $15.
Do you know how like speaking of the breakfast? I don't know why this made me think of it because I was thinking like just like I'm picturing the food in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how disappointed I was as a kid when like I begged my dad to take me to IHOP, and I so badly wanted that Horton Hears a Who like plate, and I never got it. He finally took me like 2 days after they stopped serving it.
Oh, your dad's an asshole.
Yeah,
And
dude,
I
you
know
know
him.
my dad.
I know him, too.
You work for old
Hang on.
Troy.
What was it at work? I need you to do this because I can do it, but that means you can do it. But if I can't do it, you still can do it.
Yeah.
I need you to box this parking lot out. I need it done within 4 hours. Boss, I got 8 hours here. Let me just finish it in a day. No, I got Lime Rock coming.
Now I got string line set up. I need you to have it done.
Damn right, yep. Give or take.
That's at least he knows the shit though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
You work for your dad, Brad?
I used to. I don't know more.
Oh.
Thank God. Dude, he was hard on us, bro. Not on you, but like his kids, bro. He
What
was
do you
hard on
mean?
us. He
He
joked with you. He messed with you. 'Cause
Yes.
he had to be careful though, because like you're a regular worker. So even if you didn't mind and you went and said something like, "Oh man, Troy was over there messing with me," like joking around to the wrong person, just because they don't like my dad, they would have went and told on him.
I know, but I would have never done that. You know why? Because he did call me a fat boy, and I was like, "You damn right, Bubba." When I was on his little jackhammer.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that when you were with
I was with DJ's dad.
No.
I was helping DJ and his dad when I actually came back for, I think it was what, second time? Because this time is my third time coming
Yeah,
back.
Josh got you hired.
Yeah, because what was it? You said I think your dad was supposed to get me hired, but then Josh got me hired. So when I did go help your dad, actually, he was like, "Damn, Nathan, you on that jackhammer, and you're actually doing pretty well. You need a break?" "Nah, boss, I'm good."
He wasn't gonna give you a break
know
anyways.
he
He was
wasn't.
gonna wait for you to say, "Yeah, I could use one. That's too damn bad." And he was gonna drive off.
Yep, he'd be like the guy off Holes. "I'm tired of this shit, Grandpa."
That wasn't a guy. That was a little girl.
Oh well, little girl, same thing, but it's an old man.
Little girl, same thing. Grown ass man, little girl, same
Yeah.
difference.
Same difference. "Tired of this shit, Grandpa." "Well, that's too damn bad."
That was my dad on the job site.
Oh yeah, just keep drilling.
Much.
Keep a jackhammering.
Real quick question for you: do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I do. Right
Why?
there on I-4.
Oh, did we talk
Come
about
on,
this
bro.
earlier?
Yes, I will stick to it. I had a
I mean,
man-
I've read that somewhere.
It's on an ancient burial ground, bro.
Somewhere, yeah, by the river, right?
Literally, it's on the.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, so
When you-
apparently, if you look it up, I-4
is.
has
It's on the Deltona side.
yeah, but
cursed.
listen. It's not that it's cursed, but the people feel like it's bad luck because somewhere on the Deltona side, between the St. John's River and going towards, like you said, Casadega, somewhere in there, they said that I-4 has they built I-4 on top of an Indian burial ground, and people have reported that first of all, it has the most accidents, most fatality accidents, and
People seeing ghosts.
and people see ghosts and like they stop because someone's walking across the road, but there was never anybody there.
So just remind people who don't know what I-4 is. It's
I-4 is the biggest, one of the biggest interstates in Florida. So It's like right off the St. Johns River, and they believe that there's an Indian burial ground there, and a lot of people have accidents in that spot.
It's the only interstate that goes east and west.
Did you know the St. Johns River is one of 2 rivers that flow north?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
We have a ghost in here. You guys know that? I thought I told you about that, Brian.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it's Art. His name is Art.
Art
What's
the
up, Art?
Clown?
No, so this is a true story. So
Let's hear it.
the guy next door died in the store
Oh, God.
right before he moved in, actually. And he was there for a few days because, you know, that art store right next door?
The art store?
Yeah, the art store next door.
So when you come out, bust right?
Okay. So, I mean, you mean literally next door, right?
Yeah, the one
Okay,
next that we
okay.
share the wall with. right
Okay.
here. Yeah. He passed away and right around that wall where you're sitting at, Snack Pack on the other side.
Oh, heck
Wait,
no.
so did he pass away after? So he passed away in the building?
Yeah, in the
How?
store.
What happened?
He had a heart attack in the store, and
Wow.
the store was closed, and you know he was in there for a couple days.
What?
What?
Yeah, and so you know,
All right, Brad, when I come on next week, I'm sitting over there, Bubba.
I didn't know that. I had
I swear
no
I thought
clue.
I told
That's
you this. So-
crazy. No, you never told us that.
So well, here's the thing part. So in here, what happens in here? Sometimes the lights will just start to flicker, right? And the LEDs on this side of the wall where I'm at, they'll just randomly change colors. Also in the other podcast,
That was doing that earlier.
And so the other podcast, and sometimes you may hear a loud flunk, like someone just turns on a big switch.
Okay.
Also, and it'll probably happen now because I'm talking about it. But also in the other room, the other podcast room,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him throw my phones. My phones
Wow.
they've been sitting on the stand and they've just been thrown on the floor.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He's gonna have to pay for that.
I had a client in here and it happened, right? And I went and fixed the phones, put them back on the charger and stuff. I walked out the room, it immediately happened again. And the guy
Okay,
was
so
like,
it's not a
"We gotta go,
coincidence."
We gotta go. Yeah,
He's ready to go to bed. He's like, all right, y'all need to leave.
yeah. So it's art. That's
Y'all
what
need
it
to
is.
boot, scoot, and boogie.
Yep, it's art.
All right,
So
now
I
you
just
pulling
say that
some,
it's art.
Pulling
That's
some
the
Brooks
name.
and Dunn.
I had no clue about that. You didn't even tell me about
I
that.
thought I did. Yeah.
It's funny that you're saying that because over here in the corner where I'm facing that plant, the lights were changing by themselves.
Yep. That's art's. Yeah, that's right. That's right where
It was turning
Yeah,
white,
red.
red, blue, green, and then it went away.
I know. I saw a light over there.
Oh, no, I'm being serious. That plant right
I know.
there.
I saw it in
You
my
saw it.
peripheral,
No.
whatever it is.
Peripheral
vision.
Briven. But anyways, no, yeah. I saw that light. That's weird that you said that and then that changed that.
Yeah.
So why do you call him Art? Is it because he owned the art store? Or is
No,
it
that was his actual name. His name was Arthur.
Arthur? Okay.
Yeah, Art who
Oh.
owned the art store. Yeah.
Art that owned the art store.
That's
So that's
wild.
True story.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My dad's got some pretty cool ghost stories because he was towing the trucks.
He's got cool ghost stories, or is this like back in the day when people would catch these big ass fish, but they're actually like this big?
No, he's got a weird story. I'll share one with you real quick. So I'm probably gonna butcher this just a little bit, but it gives me chills whenever he told me about it because I know it's true because I seen some of the cars they brought in there and people had died in these cars. My dad used to tow vehicles. My dad used to be into tow trucks.
I remember you telling me that.
He used to be into tow trucks because we moved up north and that was like one of the biggest works because you got to remember up north it snows, so construction's like you're off for like 6 months out of the year. There's no money to be made. So my dad has a CDL and everything, so he went into towing. He turned around and the shop itself was haunted. And the only reason he knew it was haunted, because first of all, the other guys told him, and he experienced it himself. But it was like a very friendly like spirit because they never messed with nobody. It was left everybody alone. No one ever got like attacked. They didn't throw nothing. You would just see it because it would move things, and you'd also like catch glimpses of them. So this always gives me chills thinking about it. So there was you got the building, which is like a big garage basically with an office in it. So yeah, I think it's basically open 24/7 for a big company where he worked at. And he would go, they would get the cars, bring them into the back, and the whole back was like a big lot, but there was one little garage they kept. So when there was a fatality or accident that had because the cops have to come and investigate it. When that would happen, they'd put those cars in there so people wouldn't come and try to take pictures of them. Like someone like me or you, like, I found a kid died in this car. Let me go take pictures and find, because they're covered in blood, sometimes body parts and stuff too. So
It'd be pretty dope to see though. Not gonna lie.
it's actually not, bro. I've seen. I haven't seen. Luckily, I never had to see body parts, but I've seen a car fresh out of a fatality accident. It's kind of different. It's different. So there was one vehicle specifically that I saw. This isn't the ghost, but this is a vehicle I saw. 2 of them actually. One of them, the kid died. They put it in the garage, and like the whole side of the car on the driver's side was like destroyed, and it was covered in blood. And that kid died. And then a couple weeks later, there was another one in there. That same situation, but it wasn't destroyed. So there was a casino, and over in the area we lived in. And what happened was the dude was drunk or something like that, and he ran off the road, and they had boats on the side of the road that was like kind of like labeling off the casino. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he ran into the boats, and the fiberglass scalped him. And the whole car was like, and the driver's seat was just, you seen hair and everything, skin and all that. It was just like covered in blood, but they had to put it in this garage so people wouldn't come and take pictures, stuff like that. Like disrespectful. Ooh. So the worst accident I ever witnessed fresh was we were on the way to the Wildlife Prairie Park, which is basically like a zoo for local animals. You gotta remember, up in Illinois, they have animals that you don't have here. So like they have like big wolves and what are those buffalo? I don't think Florida natively have buffalo.
I ain't never seen a buffalo in Florida.
Well, I'm saying like I'm sure there probably was at one point, but I know natively 100% up north they had them. They used to, because that's what the Indians and stuff would hunt. And that's what the Wildlife Prairie Park is. They kind of give you a history of the state and what used to live there and still does. So they have like all kinds of like cool wolves, buffalo. I always wanted to go there because I was, I just liked that. I like the zoos and stuff. I'm a big animal person. We were on the way. When you're a tow truck person, you're on call nonstop. Yeah. Especially when there's a bad accident. My dad got a phone call as we're going, son. This isn't bullshit. I was sitting in the car and he got these calls all the time. Say, hey, we need you to come down to right there in our neighborhood, like immediately with the flatbed. So there's a fatality accident. We got to get them out of the road. They're like in front of this gas station in the middle of the road. And so my dad's like, all right, well, fatality, I can't not go. I have to go get it. It has to be done. So we went to the office because we were his kids and they knew my dad really well. They brought us to the office and he's like, just stay here. He hopped in the truck, went and got the car. The saddest thing I've ever heard is that the dude that died was a heavier set guy in the back seat. And then there was a brother and a sister in the front, but they're older. They were like probably in their like 50s and stuff like that. It was a brother, a sister, and then a brother in the back. They're all related. And somebody had pulled out or was going too fast, something like of that nature. And they T-boned the other car, but the heavier set guy in the back was so heavy, he couldn't wear a seatbelt. And what happened was he flew to the front of the car and moved the two seats outward. And it saved their lives because when it did that, the seats were pushed like this. And the accident basically went in between them. And the bigger dude face planted into the radio and AC duct and all that. And when they brought the car back, they had already took the people out, the body and everything. He died instantly. But you could see in the windshield where his head hit the top of the windshield and bounced down. So you can see where the top of his head hit the windshield and it like warped out. And then you could just see, it was fresh. You could still see the guy's blood running out of the AC. Like still dripping and running out of the AC because when he hit his face, he hit his head, it dropped down and smashed his face in the dash. And the radio and all that was just like dripping out of the CD player and all that was just dripping of blood. Oof. It looked like a movie. It looked like someone was pumping blood out of it. Like a movie scene. Oof. It was pretty crazy. But
see your hair sticking up right now.
Well, no. So the thing is they get a lot of those kind of things at the place. Like one of them was a kid, 16 years old, pulled out in front of a semi out of the DMV and he just got his license and got T-boned and just like splattered on the semi. They had to go pick him out of the radiator. So they had a lot of stuff like that happen. So I don't know how this person ended up being at that place, but this building was tall. You know how tow trucking buildings are, they're like super tall because they had to put big, wreckers in there. There's a window, a back window that faces the lot. That there's no stairs next to it. It's just way up in the air, dude. It's probably like, I don't know. You know what a 336 is, or Traco. Yeah. If you set it on the ground, the top of the boom was probably touching this window. Probably equal to that. Maybe a 349. 349 probably more accurate. There's nothing under. There's no shelves. My dad was out there at night. He was working on a couple cars, like getting them moved around and doing everything. He had just got back from a tow. And he would turn around and there would be a person holding the railing of that window. And he would be looking like a face, clearly hands in a face looking out of the window. And there's nothing under that window. It's like an 18-foot difference from the ground. And there's nothing there. And he said he'd always see this person. He'd always, you'd hear the sink turn on, the toilet flush, and he'd always see his face in the window. He wouldn't mess with nobody, never hit nobody, never attacked nobody. But that he said that he experienced that all the time, and everybody in the office would say, "Yeah, he's in here." Chairs would move, radio would change, and you'd only see him in that window. That's the only time you saw him was in the window. It's crazy.
I
Pretty
believe
crazy.
it, man.
It's crazy.
There's so much that we don't know about this world and what we live in. Because when you think of it as like a whole, like we are on a giant ball floating in space. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, how is that not something that is believable? You know what I'm saying? Like when someone says, "Oh, I believe in ghosts or spirits or anything," like have you seen Earth? Like we're floating in the nothingness, traveling at 1,000 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that not out of the realm?
I mean, think about it. Look at it like I guess this really wouldn't have nothing to do with like ghost wise, but I mean, like kind of what he's saying. It's like look at evolution and stuff. Things change nonstop. Everything's changing all the time. How can something like that not exist?
Yeah,
nothing's out of the question. The only thing that is like not like the only thing that could be out of the question really is nothingness, because there's always something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. There's another creepy story, but I don't know if we have time tonight. That my dad felt. I don't know. Do you guys believe in like not mythical creatures, but like like people say like Wendigos, werewolves, stuff like that, or what's that one? That's
Sasquatch.
No, not from
Chupacabra.
That. Do you believe in that?
Mothman. Yes.
Chupacabra.
Okay, so I mean, do you have time to explain this story real quick? You want me to wait till next week?
No,
Wait
go
till
ahead.
next week.
So this is a crazy story. So this place my dad had to go to, he had to go. It was like more north of Illinois. It was weird. So he had to take a semi. This place was literally called the Semi Graveyard. What it is there is a huge field, really big field. And like I said, I'm probably gonna butcher this story too, but I'm gonna try and tell it like the most accurate way I can. But he, like I said, he drove the wrecker. So he drove the semis and the little trucks. But this truck was just a broke down truck. There's nothing haunted. This is just a broke down truck he had to pick up. But the company that owned it owned this lot. So he went to this gas station, went in there and talked to him. So this is like 3 a.m, so it's dark. It's like super dark out. He's like, I gotta go to this place, So he gets there. Place is like weird. There's one house, one farmhouse, dead center of this thing, and there's one light on at the very top of the roof, in a bedroom. My dad said it was like the creepiest thing he ever saw.
It's like a scary movie.
It reminds me of like House of Wax or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
House of Wax.
So listen. So this place is full of semis, like tractor trailers and stuff that are all broke down, being worked on, whatever. He gets there, and I don't know if either one of you guys like know how it works when you go to do a semi stuff. You have to drop the drive shaft and everything so you can pull it. So basically, you have to get when it's lifted up, you have to get on your back and slide onto the machine and put it back to make the machine drivable and stuff. So when you're done towing it, so he has to do that. He obviously a wrecker has a bunch of spotlights on it because you work at night.
Yeah.
So he gets in this place, super creepy. You hear like the trees and stuff moving around. My dad's sitting there. Do either one of you guys know how a big wrecker works? Like how it lays down and there's like a bar that goes under the truck?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was laying down and he heard noises first. He didn't think nothing of it, whatever, it's windy, nothing, no big deal. He laid down on his back to slide under the truck and there's lights everywhere. And he heard the bushes like something was running, like in the bushes, like back and forth.
Yeah.
Then it was like, okay, that's noticeable. Either someone's messing around or I scared something off. There's a lot of deer out there, like hogs, anything, bear, whatever. So my dad had you ever seen the, how thick those metal things are? You put them on a semi-trailer and you tighten down the straps.
Yeah.
He had like a bar like that. It was like a heavy crowbar or something like that.
Like a heavy duty pipe bar.
Kind of.
Oh, not really.
A little
heavy
small.
duty,
It's a little different than that, but it's like it's a thick piece of steel, like
thick
steel.
Piece to small piece.
Right, so you can crank it.
Yep.
So my dad had one of those next to him because he always carries it because, some people if you try to do a repo, people come out with guns, try to threaten you. So he always carries it with him, but he heard noises around this place. This place is vacant. One single house with a light on. It just seemed creepy. Dad said he felt off as soon as he got there. That he felt like something was watching him. Turns all the spotlights on, gets on the thing, hears noises. He heard something run on the rocks. Like they were getting, like whatever it was getting braver and braver to come check it out. He got up, he looked, nothing. So let me hurry up and get this thing done. He got up, laid on his back again, went to do it. If I'm remembering correctly, he said that there's light between the truck and his truck and it's still attached. Something ran, jumped over that metal bar. So something was between. So he's under the truck. Okay, so imagine the truck sitting like this. Front of his truck, back of the truck he towed. You go to his truck, it drops down, there's the bar. He's under the truck, like right here. Something ran between the truck he was under and his truck and jumped over that railing, and then the lights flickered. Like someone ran past light. But it was on its hind legs. And it was breathing like a dog, like huffing like a dog. Like you know when you run?
Yeah.
Like a dog. And he saw the feet, and it was dog feet. And it jumped and ran. It was big, though. Ran. He looked back, and it ran in the woods. Like, what? So he got out from under the thing. Like, I gotta get out of here. Starts unstrapping. He looked over in the distance, and you seen, like, eyes starting to pop up in the field. But they were standing. All around. Like, something was watching him. So he's sitting there. He's like, okay, I need to get out of here. And then he seen it, something ran in front of his truck. This time. I said, yeah, forget that. So he undid everything. He didn't even grab his chain, nothing. Unhooked, he got in his truck, climbed in his truck. This is according to his story. Climbed in his truck, and he heard like the rocks, something was running, and as soon as he closed his door, something smacked his door. Like it was coming, like smacked his door, bounced off the door, and ran off into the woods in the dark. He said he hit all of his lights and just hauled ass. Left this thing down, left his chains and everything, and hauled ass. So he went to the gas station he was at before. And he was like freaking out. Didn't know what to do. Something basically just tried to attack him. He didn't know what it was. He said it looked like a dog from what he got to see.
So he thinks it was a chupacabra.
Well, he got to the store, and he was talking to the locals that were in that area, and he had this toe stuff down. So I think someone asked him, or he was like, yeah, you guys, how do I get a hold of the people that do this and that? He's like, oh, well, you can't this late, but where'd you just come from? He's like, oh, I was out there in the middle of, it seemed like the middle of a cornfield. He's like, oh, I had to go drop all this thing. He's like, oh, that's the graveyard, the semi-graveyard. I was like, oh, you gotta be careful going out there. People go missing out there.
Huh?
And he was like, what do you mean people go missing? Like, people just go out there and get lost in the corners. Like, no, things get people out there, like some kind of animal. They think it's like a pack of inbred wolves, like within breeding. He was like, a lot of people think it's like a chupacabra thing, but I don't know. He's like, that house is haunted. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, every night, there's a lot of activity that goes on out there with these.
Dude, that's the witching hour.
Yeah, he said that dude told me that's when he was out there. He's like, I wish y'all would have fucking told me that when I was first out here. Y'all seen I had a truckload hooked up to me. He's like, we didn't know where you were going. But no, he said that house, the light will turn on its own at like 2:50. And then for like 2 hours, that place has like all kinds of activity. Like those like dog things will come out. And if people are out there, people have been attacked by them. People have gone missing out there. All kinds of crazy shit.
Did your dad ever go back during the day?
No, he waited. The next day he went back out there and got his stuff and left.
During the day?
Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, actually, I think he might have left his chain, but I know he went back there. I'm pretty sure, but it was during the daytime. I think he just stayed at like at the place and he just waited at the gas station, like hung out in his truck. He had a big wrecker, so I mean, he just kind of hung out. And it was like I said, it was 3 a.m. when he started. It's probably already going on like 5 o'clock by the time he got to that gas station. The dude, I think the people recommend I would wait till daytime to go back because people work in that house because it's an office. But it's like a really creepy area. I don't know. It was weird. One day I'll probably have to get him to come on the show and like let him explain it because he lived it. So he's got a lot of crazy stories about that kind of stuff when it comes to the tow trucking like stuff.
Maybe I might still be on the show when he does it, so I can look at him and. You sure
blow him a
happened?
kiss?
Yeah.
No, dude. A lot of that stuff did happen because a lot of stuff I was there for and I saw it. Like maybe not the dog thing and stuff, but I did see like some of the vehicles that were like it was pretty wild, bro. I did see a lot of the vehicles that had a lot of issues with like people passing away in them. So I do believe that. He went to a lot of haunted places, a lot of haunted vehicles. Like the lot was haunted too. It was weird, especially that one building they put the cars with death in.
I know this is a little off topic on something, but I already know about your full sleeve over there with all your scary people and everything. Who's your absolute most out of like Jason and all that? Who's your number one go to that you like the best?
See. These aren't in the same category as Jason on
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, out of the
slasher films?
Yeah.
Wait. Slasher films or Jason adaptations?
No, slasher films.
Slasher films?
Yeah.
I think my favorite's probably it's going to be Jason, but Michael Myers is, like, fighting for first. I don't really care for Freddy Krueger and all that. I think Freddy Krueger, Scream Face stuff are pretty boring to me.
Gotcha.
I mean, Jason's kind of out there, to be honest. Okay, they got to the point where he was out there, but I kind of feel like...
Just like the video game?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, okay, it's pretty obvious that they're making him like and he's like an entity, it's like he's not a human. Clearly, they make him. He's a scary villain slasher film. They gave him superpowers basically, but at first he was like a regular deformed person because he didn't die when he drowned, right?
No, yeah, I know that.
The whole point of that movie was that the mom thought he did. She went out there, she got killed, and he was never dead. He was lost in the woods, and he saw his mom get killed. And he grew up in the woods surviving on his own and then became a murderer.
Yeah.
Because he was revenging, and then they turned it into like this whole, his mom gives him powers and this crazy stuff. But Michael Myers is, there. I just kind of feel like the Freddy Krueger thing's like so far out there. It's not entertaining me.
Yeah. So
They went too far with it.
So who you think would win out of Jason and Michael Myers, though, bro?
Jason.
Sure.
100%.
Okay.
I stand on that hill.
You stand on business?
I stand on business when it comes. Jason would win, bro. Come on. I mean, how would he lose?
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, everybody, and the one argument I always hear, Michael Myers never died neither. Michael Myers was never technically killed and brought back.
Yeah.
He always finessed his way out of his death. Because when they cut his head off, that wasn't even him. They pulled the mask off. Michael Myers switched his mask off on somebody else, and they thought it was him, and it wasn't. He got away. They made that very clear. Michael Myers has never been killed and brought back. Jason, on the other hand, has multiple times.
You're right.
I played Leatherface in a movie, in a fan film of Michael Myers versus Leatherface.
All right, aside from being biased on who you were in a real production situation, who do you think they would make win in a fight like that? Or who do you personally think would win that fight? I think Michael Myers would still win.
Michael Myers has some supernatural stuff with him. Leatherface is just a crazy guy.
I don't really feel like Michael Myers. I think they tried to do that. I think they were pushing for that in like those later films, but then when they rebooted it, I think they made it to where he was just a deranged old man. Like, I think he just turned into like his, he just has that, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's got special abilities because they were able to kill him once they actually did it. You know what I mean? Like, they finally did it. So I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't think Michael Myers has a special ability. I think the other movies before the redos, they were going that route, and they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
So, which Jason skin do you like then? Like
which adaptation of Jason? Yeah. Coolest look is obviously Jason X. That's the coolest look. But my more, it's hard to say because a lot of them you don't even get to see him like that. Like the game, what is it, Part 9? You only see that part of Jason like out of the whole film for like 5 minutes. He gets blown up in the beginning and then gets reborn at the very end, and he dies. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, because the classic Jason to me is boring with the bag. That's boring. I don't like that. His hockey mask look is kind of. I guess I'd have to say when he my favorite Jason is when he gets shot with the paintball gun. I don't know which version that is. That's after he dies and comes back. He has like in the game he has the green shirt.
Yeah.
He has like the dead looking skin, but he carries he has like the yellow gloves.
I think I remember.
That's the one. That's basically when Tommy Jarvis actually stabs him with the spear and it shocks him and he comes back to life. I just don't know what version that is. That's probably my favorite look in the movies.
Gotcha.
Oh, well, Freddy versus Jason, they gave him a pretty dope look.
Which one?
Freddy versus Jason?
Oh, yeah.
He's not in the game, but his look in that movie was amazing looking. I ain't gonna lie. What about you, Phil?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I think the strongest one has got to be Jason, though. He's got to be the strongest one because
out of like all the slashers,
yeah,
he's got to be
because Ghostface is just
he's a person. He's just a
stupid teenagers.
Yeah, he's like a strategist killer.
Yeah, Mike Myers is just a mental patient
with strategy.
With some supernatural stuff, but I've seen him get shot a bunch of times. But anyway, yeah, Freddy, he's just in your dreams, and he's like a creepy old man.
He's just a pedophile.
Yeah, creepy old man. But yeah, I think Jason is probably because he's just brute force too. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay, strongest. Pinhead is like a god.
I don't even consider those slasher movies.
No, because that's more of a body horror.
Yeah, that's like
okay. That's fair. Oh, what about Chucky?
Chucky's a bitch, dude. He's a freak.
I don't know. He's the most entertaining, in my opinion. The most entertaining is Chucky.
They made that movie as a joke.
You could tell they did. You could tell okay, the first few, I think, were meant to be kind of scary and serious, but then you could tell they seen where their audience was going, and they changed it to the puns and stuff like that, and he turned into a funny character. But especially the TV show. The TV show is actually great, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen it.
Oh, is it?
Go check it out. It's actually really good. They did a really good job with the show.
You told me to watch it, and I haven't watched it.
It's a good show. Like, at first, I wasn't, like, I'm a fan of Chucky, because I used to be scared of him as a kid. As a kid, he's a toy.
Yeah, little
fuck
doll.
all that shit, you know what I mean? I don't want my toy waking up and, like, stab me in my throat, but... as an adult, I actually was like, let me see what they did, because I feel like they always fuck movies up when they make shows out of them. They always Scream, they screwed it up. They always destroy. Like, look at fucking what is that? Legacy of Monsters. Like I've been watching it. It's really not entertaining at all. There's nothing to do with Godzilla or Kong. And they did the whole, of course, the woke stuff. They brought in the whole like stuff like politicals, and I'm just like, man, just let the show be about the animal, like the Titans, man. Like I get it, you cats can't afford to put a Titan in every show, like every episode, but quit trying to force this political standpoint on people. Like the movies,
NCAA football, political.
pretty much. They call a fucking flag on everything you do. You step
No,
wrong.
it's not even that. It's just about the AP poll.
But anyways, I just always felt like they ruined movies and stuff when they turned it into a show. But Chucky actually ended up being a very good show. I heard they were gonna make a TV show for Jason. They're gonna have a weird name for it. It's gonna be called like Camp Blood or something like that. Or
It was going to call Camp Crystal Lake.
there you go. I think they're still doing it, aren't they? I think it just hasn't come out yet. Like they're still filming and working the kinks out.
Oh, I thought it already came out.
No, they never made that show. It's been talked about.
And that's probably what it was. Just
It was there was a moment there where they're like, hey, we're working on the show. It really is a real thing. Because they got the rights squared away. That's why that game can't be, because at the time when they made the game, the rights were still up in the air who really had it, and then the game got in trouble.
Oh, is that why?
Mm-hmm. They lost the rights because of people. So basically what happened with that game was
The licensing?
it wasn't the licensing. What happened was there was a small developing company that wanted to make it. It was literally like a group of friends that were really into it, but they know there's a huge fan base. Everybody wants a Friday the 13th game, but Friday the 13th was an illegal battle between the filmmaker and the actual creator of Friday the 13th, Jason himself. So they were in a legal battle of who really has the rights, because the filmmaker made Jason what he is today as, iconic. But then you also got the person that made the idea. He technically is the creator of Jason as, a character. So these people wanted to make this game, not thinking anything of it. So they went and people donated money. Because I don't know if you've played it. I don't know if you've played it, Phil. But if you pay attention to some of the walls, if you look at the walls, there's pictures of real people. It's not people like counselors. Those people donated money to the game, so they gave them tribute by putting their faces in the game, because they gave $5,000 at a time.
Okay.
And they would give them money, or they would give money, and the developers would have the money to make the game. They could buy the programming, they could pay the people to do it. This small group of people just built this game, which I think is Illmatic or whatever. The same people that made the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. They made the Jason game. So what happened was they made it and it blew up. It blew up bigger than they thought it would, and they were making stupid money. And so they started adding updates to the game, new maps. They started adding new things to do, new skins, new killing moves. But you could pay for packs. And as soon as they got wind of the legal battle, they went out and they didn't sue them for doing it, but they basically told them, we won't sue you, but what we are going to do is put a stop to the game. You guys cannot make the game's done. You can't do no updates to it, nothing. So they lost the rights in a weird way to their own game, but nobody gains anything off of it. You can't even when you get on the game, you can't even do nothing. They can't update it. They can't do anything. So once the game's out of date, it's just out of date. You just have to deal with the bugginess. You know what I mean? So when you get on it, you can rank up. That's all gone. You instantly get all this. Anything that was in the game before you'd have to work for, it's all open and unlocked, because they can't do nothing else with the game, so they're not gonna make you work for nothing. It kind of sucks, because that game actually was pretty fun, and they're actually about to add Jason X into the game with the Jason X map, and they had to stop because they got in trouble legally with the whole legal battle. And it sucked, because it was a really good game. It was really entertaining.
I enjoyed playing it.
Imagine had they been able to polish it over the years to now, because I think it came out 2017.
Yeah.
2016, 2017 it came out, and it was good then. Imagine if they had the time between now and then to polish it, and it would have been just as good as games like Fortnite and stuff that have been out that long. Of course, Fortnite's made by the same people that made Gears of War, so they got money behind them, so they're obviously their games come out perfect instantly, but they just get better over time. But I feel like that game would have went somewhere. That's why they made Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because they had I think they went and got the rights to that though before they did anything.
You sure they get better over time?
I mean, they get graphic-wise, they do.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean, graphic-wise and playability. It's smoother and stuff. It just gets really annoying when sweatbags just, light you up on Fortnite.
When you're using the same generic gun.
Yeah, you get a white gun. He gets a white gun. You spray him. He's throwing feathers at him. He shoots you. It's like throwing fucking RPGs at you nonstop.
When you're full shield and he's not.
Yeah, I don't get it, but I don't know. It kind of sucks. I kind of wish they'd have kept doing that game, but whatever. I don't know. Back to what we were talking about, the old Philly back there. I think I agree. I think Jason is the strongest.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have some sort of supernatural element, because you got to you got to have your suspense of disbelief out there.
I'm trying to think, man. Like, I really don't think there is anybody that could step to Jason.
There's no new
fair
age.
fight.
There's no new age people out.
No, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, this really isn't. I don't know if you classify this as a slasher film, but what about Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, he classifies as a horror.
I
He's
mean,
a horror icon.
He'd be pretty tough for Jason.
He'd be close.
I don't know if he'd be able to just do Jason like how he does everybody else,
No,
but
I don't see that.
I mean, the writers would choose the Jason because Jason's just more popular. But like,
oh, of course, yeah. But okay, the last Jeepers Creepers movies was trash. They literally took Saw and mixed it with Jeepers Creepers pretty much, and they were all stuck in this house. It was garbage.
So out of Jeepers Creepers and Jason
would, I guess if like in an opinionated situation, I think it depends on like the terrain and what Jason we're talking about.
and Candyman was pretty good too.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of like a, I guess that is technically a slasher film, but that's more of like a, what's the word? Psychology, like a psychological movie.
Because he was undead. He was a dead guy.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like it's more like, because like the way it was almost like a legend / myth. So I feel like it's more like Jason was like a being that was walking around a place. If you were in his area, he would murder you like a serial killer.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, he's like a spirit that kills you, almost like a Freddy. So to me, that's like a psychological thing.
I got you. Yeah.
I do know
more
it
like
classifies as a slasher.
He's like
though.
an entity.
Exactly. It's more like a mind-boggling thing.
So to the audience that's out there, who do they think is going to win, Jason or Jeepers Creepers?
You're gonna have a lot of split decisions on that.
That's
You
fine.
got your Jeepers Creepers love, then you got your Jason's. I do think there's a bigger fan base for Jason though.
Well,
I mean, let's go ahead and ask the audience their opinion. So real quick out there, we're gonna make a clip out of this. Who do y'all, as the audience, think? Comment on this video and everything. And who do you think is the strongest slasher film villain out of all the slasher films, the classic slasher films? Who do you guys feel is the strongest of that genre? So go ahead and just leave your comments on this video below. I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to fucking see. I mean, that is a good question. I really feel like that's like a very split. That's a very broad range of like. Because I already know the first person that's going to come up. It's going to be a battle between two of them. Michael Myers and Jason. All for it.
Now tell me, since you know how they brought Michael Myers to Fortnite, would you buy Jason if they did?
Yeah. 100%.
100%?
Dude, I bought the Ninja Turtles.
I did
Of
too.
course I'm buying. I wish they'd bring Predator back.
Yeah.
They're not going to bring him back. What do you think? You think, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys think Predator would be able to take on Jason?
Yes.
I think so, too. That's like a hunting motherfucker right there, boy. Let me tell you.
Because remember, Predator been fighting aliens. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and he's like, they've conquered
Planets.
That's like their thing. They literally will bring different species to their planet just for a hunting ground, just to see if they can live.
Yeah, for sport.
And I think his weapon is just too advanced for Jason. I think Jason will get wiped by Predator, actually, to be honest.
Would Predator beat the T-1000?
The Terminator?
Yeah, not Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator, the T-1000.
The liquid.
Yeah, that guy.
I think it would kill the first Predator, but I think give him time to study it. I think Predators would find a way to stop it.
Man, this is a whole nother show. Let's do that next week.
All right, okay. We'll step on that. We'll step on that another time. We'll save all the rest of this for next week because I want to carry on this what ifs kind of thing. I kind of like this. But, all right, guys, before we get off, again, new faces 2024. Again, no hate to anybody. It's gonna be a little different content a little bit. We're gonna ride it out though, see how it goes. Maybe the co-host from the first few episodes will be back. We'll see. We're not sure, but we're the Mad Pear podcast. We'd love to see you guys next week. Thank you.
Azuga, azuga, azuga.